Are you a runner, walker, or hiker currently experiencing pain in the back of the ankle near that Achilles tendon? Well, I'm Dr. Alex Brown with Boulder Sports Chiropractic, and if you follow along, I will give you some tips and tricks on ways to treat it, help prevent it, so that you can get back on the trails in no time. So Achilles tendonitis typically is going to occur when we are demanding too much out of the Achilles tendon and it is not strong enough to support that volume of activity or the intensity of the activity. Over time, the tendon fibers begin to kind of break apart and degrade a little bit, and we get inflammation, we start to get micro tears, and in really worst case scenario, we get that complete rupture of the tendon. Ultimately, what we want to do to treat this is not an injury where we just rest or put ice on it. The tendon actually really likes to be loaded in order to heal properly. So what that means is that we're going to do some exercises actually stressing the tendon appropriately in order to create a little bit more strength in that tendon, allowing us to get back into our activities like running and hiking. So again, we do not want to just like stretch, we don't want to ice. These are things that will actually help prevent that healing timeline. So one of my go-to exercises for an Achilles tendinopathy is going to be an isometric heel raise. And so ultimately what that means is I'm just going to be bringing my heels off the floor and I'm going to be holding it for as long as possible until I fatigue. Fatigue being I'm losing my proper form or my heel is starting to drop. At that point, I'm just going to call it quits for that one and I'm just going to get into my rest period. So to show, I'm going to come up like this. Feet together. I do like to come up both feet together at once, and then I'm going to remove one foot. And here I'm going to try to keep a relatively neutral ankle. So I don't want to put too much weight on one side or the other side. That will start to stress out different tissues, like the peroneals and tibialis posterior. So here we're just trying to keep it nice and neutral if we can for as long as possible until I start to drop down like that. So then I will just take a break from there. I wanted to go ahead and progress the isometric heel raise. I can do that by actually getting into eccentrics, where I'm going to lift up and I'm slowly going to let the heel descend down to the ground and then using my good foot to help rise me up again, and I'm going to continue to repeat that. The other alternative is I actually can grab a weight. I'm going to use a kettlebell and I'm just going to hold it next to my side. Again, that's going to be harder. It's going to load the tendon a little bit more, and then my body's going to have to work a little bit harder to rise me up and then get back into that eccentric phase. So I'm going to start by having both feet help me up. Again, trying to keep that neutral ankle. I'm going to slowly let my heel drop as far as I can, getting that full range of motion. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm going to rely on my other leg to help bring me back up. And we're going to go ahead and repeat that as needed. Good. And if I wanted to go ahead and use the kettlebell, I'm still going to hold onto the wall for support. So 2 feet up, packing that shoulder back and down, making sure I'm not shrugging that weight up to my ear. And here I am slowly descending. So if you've tried the home exercises and you're still experiencing pain in the Achilles tendon, come on in for an evaluation, a personalized evaluation where we can really see how your foot, how your knee, and how your hip are really moving, and we can dial in what is going on with you specifically. We can try to treat you with some dry needling, class 4 laser therapy, ART. We have a bunch of tools here that we can help you out with.